Rick from Salem, Oregon has a question about basement seepage.
Well, his two-story home has it in a part of the basement and garage. All right,
It's
Rick
like
writes,
one of those half basements.
yeah, one of those,
Walk out,
and
step
you
out
can
basements.
drive into the other half. Yeah. All right, so Rick writes, this only happens during a day when they have heavy type of rain event.
And let me tell you, in Oregon, they get some rain.
Well, you know what? That's
Washington,
it's
Oregon.
True. It's true to a degree. But anyway, he says, this is a picture of the basement we were just talking about right there. You see where it's seeping on the edges on there? Mm-hmm. He says the foundation walls are about 6.5 feet tall at the seepage points that dries up almost immediately the next day or so. He says, I'm considering a plastic barrier about a foot deep against the wall and some 3/4 minus on the plastic. I'm also considering moving my downspouts to the property line to kind of channel some more of the water away. Rick wants to know how you'd channel water away and if that's the right solution in your mind.
Well, let's start with the downspouts. You have to have a drainage system. You need to move the water away. That's what the whole thing is about. That's why in the Northeast where you grew up, you see gutters everywhere because everybody has basements. You have to move that stuff away. And so, of course, moving the water from the roof away is good. Maybe will help. In this case, though, I'm not sure just putting some plastic or some kind of barrier down a foot or two is going to help.
I remember hearing you say a house is not a boat. And when I read this question, when we got this, I read this sounds like somebody's trying to use boat protection on the house.
You put metal and stuff. People try this stuff all the time.
Exactly.
But with basements, and I've lived up north, you have to dig down to the bottom of the basement with a backhoe. And then you have to seal the outside of the wall. A lot of people even try to paint the inside. That doesn't work because it's still there. You just don't see it, right? So you have to get down and you got to move that water away. It can't sit. It can't fester. And the key to his question is it only happens when it rains a lot.
That's right.
Okay?
Well,
so you've got to handle when it rains a lot. So we have to, I have a feeling you're going to have to dig down. You're going to have to waterproof the outside of the basement wall. You're going to have to put some crushed granite and stuff, get your downspouts to move away, and do a full drainage system. People try to patch things like that, but this can be really detrimental to a home.
So bottom line is this is a complete drainage rebuild. You're going to have to find a way to reimagine the drainage of the entire property.
Because you can't handle
it's not just the house,
rains.
it's the property itself has to be reimagined.
As far as I can tell, I mean, I'm not there, but yes.
Okay.
It's going to be a bigger job than just shoving some stuff down there.
Yeah, because it's going to happen, I guess, no matter how deep he goes with that plastic, it could always get down under it and still get in there.
Oh, absolutely.
And you don't know if it's the soil becoming, because they don't have the clay soil we have here. In Texas, that soil could just be getting saturated and it's pushing it up against the wall.
Well, you do have the hydraulic pressure pushing the water.
Right. Yes. So, like you're saying, backhoe, tar it.
You got to move the water away.
Yeah, that's
everybody wants to put a barrier, but you got to move the water.
Not a quick fix, Rick. So, all right.
No, basements are tough sometimes.
Right. That's why we don't have them here.
Well, no,
actually,
that's not why we don't have them here, but that's okay.
But it sounds like a good story, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You ever seen a basement in Maine? They fill with water all the time. They're nasty. That's why you don't live in them.
The house I lived in New Hampshire had a stone basement.
I had one in Lake Placid, all big giant stones.
You got a question? We'd be happy to go down memory lane with you, too, if you send us the right one. No matter what you need, we're here for you to help you around your house. Go ahead and send us your questions. Visit HomeShowRadio.com and fill out that Ask Tom form and send it in. We'll take it and answer it either in another one of these daily Ask Tom videos, our weekly Facebook Live, or Sunday morning on Early Edition.